Coming up on this episode of Real Moms Talk.
Not only Indian households, Russian households, American households, moms across the whole world.
I'm sacrificing myself for you, I'm cooking for you, I'm cleaning the house for you.
We make sacrifices and then we expect the children to owe us something.
First, you raise a child who has an opinion, and then you are troubled when they throw that opinion back at you.
When we are not taking care of ourselves, we're likely to blame somebody else.
Even kids themselves are pointing out that, Mama, you're doing this wrong.
People are understanding that it's okay to question even our parents.
Hello, and welcome back to Real Moms Talk. We've been out of action for quite some time, but I'm so happy to be back and I hope you all have been doing well. The new year has been treating you well, and I guess I've run out of things to say. If you're new here, let me tell you what Real Moms Talk podcast is all about. On this podcast, I get together with a few other moms and together we share our real life parenting stories and experiences. And we do that in the context of movies, shows, and social media content, which is what we're going to do in this episode as well. If you want a longer version of this story, go check out our first episode where I talk about our backstory, why we are doing this in a lot of detail. But if you want to skip that, stay here. In this episode, we're watching a few reels, and like I said, those reels lead to discussions, sharing our thoughts on the content itself, but at the same time, we try to reflect on whether any part of that reel has any significance in our own life, whether we've experienced something similar. Now, we watched a couple of reels together, and when I say a couple, I mean exactly two. And when we started talking about those reels, the discussion went in so deep that I feel like each discussion deserves an episode in itself. So like always, we're going to split this discussion, this longer discussion, in two parts. One is what you'll see now, and one will be in a future episodes because we like to mix it up, and I'm sure that you also would like to see a bunch of new faces every now and then. Which brings me to my next point. In this episode, we have two new faces. This is the first time we have guests on this show. I mean, the usual people you see on this show have always been a core part of the Life of Real Moms team, so they don't technically count as guests, but these are new faces. One of them was one of the hosts of the first few challenges, and one of them is a completely new face for us as well, but we had a great time. It's as if we'd known each other for long. The conversation was so smooth. And I think it's time for me to now introduce you to our guests. So let's do that, and our panelists from our core team as well. So let's do that first. First up, scientist turned astrologer, manifestation coach who upgrades parents instead of blaming planets, running an academy, building a lighthouse retreat in the mountains, managing a wolf pack of 4 huskies, 1 husband and 1 daughter, ignoring age like a bad algorithm and choosing strength every year.
When we are not taking care of ourselves, we're likely to blame somebody else.
This is Katrina. Joining us next, early childhood educator, parenting coach, astrologer, and full-time translator of tiny human emotions, raising a boy and a girl while juggling lesson plans, life lessons, and her own growth in real time. Honest, reflective, and refreshingly unfiltered.
Karma is a boomerang, it has come to you. See, this is what I struggle with, and you're struggling with the same.
This is Prithvi. Next up, an Enthu cutlet with a desi heart, traveling the world and forever ready for her next adventure. She's a friend to all and a parent to one. With coffee in her veins and books by her side, she has an opinion on everything and isn't afraid to share it.
For the previous generation, sometimes it wasn't a choice.
This is Nupur. And finally, juggler of things, lover of chaos but craver of calm, with her mind running at 1,000,000 thoughts per minute and coffee as her not-so-secret weapon, your host and resident overthinker, yours truly, Nikita. And this is Real Moms Talk. So now that you've met our panel, it's time to dive into this discussion. So get ready for a discussion that you think starts one way but goes, like I said, we went deep, so it goes in multiple directions. We talk about guilt tripping parents and how that's a part of every culture. We came to realize, not just Indian. We talk about parents, specifically moms, making sacrifices, and then how those sacrifices are brought up in almost every conversation. So, yeah, I think I'm giving away a lot. So, I don't have a script this time, and which is why I am just, you can see that I'm rambling. And before I ramble on a bit too much, I think it's better that we dive into the episode. So let's do that. Get a drink, get a snack, or don't. I mean, how are we going to know?
Your father and I, we fought our whole life just so we could give you an easier life. How come we never see you working hard for anything you want? So you're mad at me for actually living the easier life you've given me. 9 months, I had to carry her.
So this is a very common thing we hear in Indian households, and I thought this will be a fun because the same girl is playing the mother and the child, so she understands both aspects. What are your thoughts? Who wants to go first?
Let me go. Let me go first, because even Nikita, not only Indian households, Russian households, American households, moms across the whole world, they love to play this victim sacrifice role. This is a sweet position where I can start. It's too much of material here to start. It hits the right spot because we can recognize our mothers. We sometimes recognize ourselves. That is even more scarier than right what we sometimes we go into this position like, oh my God, right? How much I'm doing for you. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sweet position of the victim sacrifice. My life
Mm-hmm.
has some kind of meaning. Finally, I can sacrifice for somebody. Wow. So we love to switch between victim, rescuer, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the abuser. Sometimes it's the same Cartman triangle, right? So we're just switching roles in between. And the same mom who is the rescuer, sacrificer for her kids, becoming the victim, and this drama continues. Favorite game of our brain, drama. So much fun. Without drama, what can we do, really, right? Grow, make money? Oh, too difficult. Let's play some drama.
Yeah. What about you, Prithvi? What were your thoughts? Have you heard these dialogues?
No, this was me. Actually, this was me when, I mean, 3 years back, this was literally me. And even my mother was the same. I'm not going to complain her because she wasn't aware of what was going with her itself, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And me, currently, I can see how I used to be. Like, when my child was 2 years old, I would complain her all the time. Like, I'm sacrificing myself for you, I'm cooking for you, I'm cleaning the house for you, only because of you. I mean, I could imagine how much, I mean, the child would have gone through because of me. But now, with my with my second child, I'm understanding. Okay, it is not them; it is me and my own perceptions, and I'm trying to, I mean, get. Uh, I would not say I have completely become a matured mother, but I can understand that these things are coming inside me, and I'm understanding that there is a pattern going behind this, and I'm really happy that people are starting to talk about this. Like,
Correct.
when we were kids, it was really wrong to talk wrong about our parents, right? Like whatever they did was correct. If a child is talking or against their parent, it is we call them as bad kids. But
Mm.
nowadays, uh, even kids themselves are pointing out that mama, you're doing this wrong, you told me and you're doing this wrong. And I'm really happy that people are starting to finally see, even if it is parents, that they should have boundaries and limits. I mean, I'm really happy to see that all of them are evolving.
It's so funny, right? My mom always kind of throws this at me. She's like, first you raise a child who has an opinion, and then you
Mm.
are troubled when they throw that opinion back at you because opinion should be for the rest of the world, but parents' word is sacrosanct. But it's actually, you're right, Prithvi. It's really nice to see that people are understanding that it's okay to question even our parents and our adults. and there's nothing wrong with that, and you shouldn't take it to your ego or to your heart key. Like how can my child question what I'm saying? That's not the right way to do things. So
If I go back to the position of the mom,
Hmm.
and if I remember myself when I'm getting into victim mode, what is the situations when I still sometimes become this kind of sacrificing? Oh, I'm doing this for my child. I'm doing this for my husband. Usually, when I'm tired, when I'm hungry, when I didn't take care of myself, when I worked too much, when I didn't have enough breaks, when I didn't plan my energy well enough, and my energy goes
Hmm.
down, and I become this blaming, upset victim, sacrificing. So if you go back to moms, right?
Hmm.
How to not to avoid it, of course, just be a little bit aware, because when we are weak, when we are not taking care of ourselves, we're likely to blame somebody else. We're likely to sacrifice to somebody else. So step back, take care. All these things, self love, energy, and less reasons to sacrifice, less reasons to point the finger.
But the thing also is that, especially with the older generation, I don't know how many parents in our generation who are raising young children now do this with their children, is they bring up everything as a sacrifice, but it's actually our duty as parents to do all of this for children. We are not doing anything that is not expected of us, especially for a child who was born without the child's consent, right? We, as the adults, we choose to have children, and then we decide that we want to give them a better life than we had, which is a very noble thought. And then we make sacrifices, and then we expect the children to owe us something, or to be grateful for those sacrifices which they didn't ask for. So this entire cycle of, I didn't ask for this, but I am giving you this, so you should be grateful. And then, especially in this reel, the child is enjoying the benefits of the parent sacrifice, and the parent is not happy even with that. And then it all comes to, I carried you for 9 months. But wasn't that the point? I mean, it's unfair to put all the burden of our labor on the children and then expect them to hold us in such high regards and then do whatever the parent asks, which I am glad now more people are realizing that it's not that, and children are also speaking up.
in this reel particularly, when she goes blank, like like the mom is realizing
Yeah.
that, yeah,
Mm.
wait, I did this so that you could enjoy. So I could kind of see the wheels turning and her realizing that yes, it's fine that she enjoyed, and then she finally found another reason to complain and another reason to become a victim, that I carried you in my womb. So like Katrina was saying, right, it was in this particular case, it was more about, I just have to find a reason to blame you, whether it is the fact that I gave up, or that I lived a hard life for your sake, or that I
Mm.
carried you in my womb, or whatever, or something or the other has to kind of come up. So I found that
Mm.
really funny that she realized, right, like I'm living this life, so be happy about it. Like, oh yeah, that's right. And then let me find something else
But
to
now I
complain
don't
about.
have something else to say. Yeah. But have any of us said anything that our children immediately countered, and then you're like, oh yeah, they're right, and it doesn't make sense what we are saying? Has something like this happened with?
So the thing that quickly popped up is that, so I mean, when I get angry at my kid, I would just shout at times, and she would like remember the night. I mean, probably 2 or 3 days back, I would have told her, "Amma would never shout at you. Amma is very sorry. It is not because of you. It was because of me. I should have not. I mean, I would have apologized with her." And the moment that I yell at her, she would like come back to me and just hold me in my shoulders, and she would like, calm down. See, you
Oh.
apologized to me 2 days back, and now we are doing the same. Is this correct? She will be like my parent, and she will start to talk the
Yeah.
same. I mean, even though it like pricks my inner child, like who how can she say this to me? But I understand, as an adult, I understand, okay, this is how she is trying to set boundaries, so it is completely okay for her to talk. I mean, those
Mm.
are the times I feel that the children are trying to, become our adults and keep us in that, I mean, keep us in our place, That is, both triggering, as well as, we are evolving as individuals at that particular
Yeah.
point, I would say.
And it's good that your child feels safe enough to tell you that.
True.
I think very similar because usually with Shannon I'm very direct. Like if I'm
Mm,
busy, if I'm working, I say no,
mm,
we cannot
mm,
have it right now. We cannot do it right. So now when I observe how she so nicely she's saying no back to me, like Shannon, go do something. No. So I'm like, oh, I wonder from where she's getting all this. So yes, of course, we cannot expect that they will do something different. Apple from the
mhm.
apple tree.
Yeah. I usually fumble when when I am a little bit heated and I'm trying to explain and I might use the wrong word. I might say door instead of window. Just put the curtains, I'll say, instead of closing the door. And my daughter will correct me. What are you saying? There's no door there. There's a window or there's a curtain. And I'll be like, you understood what I meant, right? Because I am now in a position where she's corrected me on something. I don't remember what, but then this is my response. Then I lose my balance in what I was trying to tell her, and then I end up saying something completely random, and then she corrects me, and then I get even more annoyed. You get the point. Don't try to find faults in what little things I'm saying. But yeah, it gets funny. I don't resort to the 9 months
I
thing, but
wonder from where I wonder from where she's getting from.
because I am pointing out mistakes in language in for everybody in the house. I
You
don't
of
do as much online
course.
anymore. Thankfully, I have stopped doing that. But when my husband says something, I correct him. And especially with the children, they are learning, right? How will they learn? But then they see me do that all the time, and then it's coming back to me, and I'm like, okay, sorry, my mistake. I will stop. I will not do this. Yeah, cat
Oh,
knows, so she's saying how.
I'm
Yeah,
saying that you're very famous for attention to details, right? You love it. It's your thing. So
yeah,
if your child is doing the same, you should just say, "Oh wow, this is me!
yeah.
Like this is me. This is so
I
cute."
have to learn that. I have to learn. I have to calm myself down and channel this particular version of me who will say, oh, wow, thank you for pointing out, or thank you for noticing the difference. I am not there yet.
No, but when our children do like that, do something and it annoys us, especially our parents enjoy us. Like when my mom sees me getting irritated because of my child doing something similar that I had done in my childhood, she would like be, karma as a boomerang. It has come to you. See, this is what I struggle with, and you are struggling with the same. So especially my parents, they laugh at it, and the situation will become okay, but for that particular 2 or 3 minutes, it will be like so irritating for me. My child is against me, and my parents are also against me.
Oh,
That situation will be like that.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Uh, shall we check out a few comments on the reel then?
Sure.
Did she say one day I'll die? The lady in the reel?
No,
Because
I
the
didn't.
first comment here says that one day I'll die is, I think, but Indian
Maybe
mothers
some
usually say that.
typical mother thing, yeah.
When I'll die, you'll miss me, or you'll know when I'm not here, you'll know my value, or something like that. Okay. So this damn 9 months card, which moms pull up, works every time. Because what can we say after that? Yeah. Then, it's official. African and brown parents are exact same. Because what?
Guys,
I've
it's
noticed that.
official. Russians are the same.
Yeah,
Americans are the
yeah,
same. No difference.
All
It's
parents.
yeah, yeah.
absolutely
The OG, I think most of the comments are about the 9 months thingy.
great reel. Totally
Do they
hit the
they
right
actually
spot.
say 10 months in Tamil households? Is that, are you Tamil, Prithvi?
True. Yes, yes, they say like that. I mean, they say, "Pattu masu sumandu petta vairu." They will be like, "I carried you for whole 10 months, bearing all the pain." Like that, they will be saying.
Is it 10 months? 40, I think 40 weeks becomes 4
40 weeks,
into,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Weapon name NM36, full form 9 months, 36 weeks. Country of origin India. Jams only when you're a doctor. Power 11 by 9. I don't know what 11 that means. Recoil 0, threat level, emotional damage. This was a good comment.
Hi again. Sorry to interrupt, but if you're enjoying this episode, would you mind engaging with this a little bit? If you're on YouTube, that could mean leaving a like, a comment, or even subscribing to our channel. And if you are listening on any audio platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else, do consider giving us a follow and rating us if you have a moment. Thank you.
Just the last point here. It sounds so
Yeah.
funny. You can make fun of this, but the message to the child goes that I like I didn't do it for me, I did it for you. And quite a
Hmm.
lot of children might read it like I was not required, I was not needed. Depends on severity. Most of moms will say it lightly here and there, and be okay. But if mom really, really in this victim position and she's completely disappointed in her own life, and this message comes with strong emotional charge, it can be childhood trauma. It can be what we call childhood trauma. You should not exist. I didn't want you. So somewhere in between fun, real, and light option that we all experience, somewhere here is also a deep emotional charge that some people
Yeah.
will have to release later in life. My mom didn't want me. And that comes to self love. I don't like my body. I don't like my face. Because somewhere when I was 2 years old, mom said, I didn't want you. Who needs you?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I don't know how much we should go into serious topics here.
No,
Should
no,
we?
of course, wherever the conversation takes us. So we don't have an agenda, as long as it's relevant to us being parents, everything is open for discussion. But what I was saying was what we've also seen, at least what I have observed in most of the Indians that I see in the comment section, is that we all feel like we owe our entire existence to our parents, which is true to some extent, but then it's not that it seems like we don't have any autonomy and our entire life should be dedicated to pleasing our parents and living their dreams, following their passions, obeying their whatever they want for us, simply because of this sacrifice that they made, which is not sacrifice. Like I said, it's duty. You bring a life into this world, it is your duty to care for them. In India, I don't think it happens, but in any other country you'll be put in jail if you don't take care of your children, you don't feed them, you don't clothe them. I mean, parents lord it over children as if they've done some great favor. We fed you, we educated you, we gave you a place to live. What was the other option? Dumping the child in the garbage? No, right? This is what you're supposed to do. So why is it treated as if this very big sacrifice that they have done? They're supposed to do this, and at least with our generation we are doing it happily. We acknowledge that it's a big deal, but it's our choice. We want to do this for our children because we love them. Hopefully, most of us, all of us. I hope. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that also stems from the fact that for the previous generation, sometimes it wasn't a choice, right? Like you have kids before
True.
you're smart enough or old enough to know whether you really want kids or not. Nowadays, parents are taking their time, they have their own lives before getting into parenthood. So it's a more conscious decision. So therefore,
Mm.
you resent it less. But imagine our parents and grandparents maybe who were married off as young teens,
Children. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they don't know, but they had suddenly made a parent, then you would resent, right? And feel like, oh my God, like I've not yet lived and now I have another human being to care for, and then this human better return the favor someday. And that's where the whole resentment came up.
So this is
Like,
my favorite. Sorry, Prithvi, I just have
yes,
to.
yes, please,
This
please
is
go
my
ahead.
favorite. Even nowadays, parents or all day parents, parents that they have this belief, ladies, that it's their choice to have a baby or not. I'm sorry. This is like Nikki. I think you asked me for most controversial parenting kind of comment I can make. It's not. It's never your choice. You're
What?
not. You're
In
not
what
God
sense?
Almighty. How many parents really, really want to have a baby and not having it? How many
Yeah.
parents protect with 5 layers of condoms and having baby after baby after baby? And they're like, what the hell, right? So it's not play God. It's a choice of ancestry system in the right time and the right place from ancestry psychology point of view.
Mm-hmm.
We might think, oh yeah, it's my choice. I did it. I planned the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Wow. No, it's only because you received a blessing from your ancestors 7 generations behind you. And if it would be not the right time, or it would be not the right guy,
Mm.
people do a lot of efforts. Psychological, biological, medical, and still no result. So there is something beyond us, and so my favorite belief when parents believe that they can plan pregnancy. They ask blogger Katrina, should I have a second baby or not? What do you think? My dear, you have no choice, right? This is a big system here at play. There is God, there is a soul of your baby making plan when exactly they're going to come here. In exactly the right time, you might think you are ready, or you might think you are not ready. You know so little. Your consciousness has access to such a little information, but your baby soul knows everything. Babies come at the right time, when mom is the right time of your life to experience this moment, when family is ready for that. So that's my most controversial family belief. We cannot plan such a gigantic, beautiful miracle of life.
For being Kate's astrology student, I completely agree with Kate because after coming to Kate's astrology, I came to know because first time when I was hearing that, it was really like that. No, me and my husband had sex, the baby came. That is what I thought. But after entering into astrology, I came to know these are the things that is actually happening behind. So even though people are aware of so many informations out there, but there are still truths that people have to know about, and I would say not everyone would agree with that, and that's completely okay.
That's
Those who
why
want,
it's unusual. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I am starting to understand those points. Like, yes, ancestors blessing is really important. So especially when it comes to birth of the baby, and so many things are there. I completely agree with Kate's point in this particular thing. Yes.
So, help me understand this. Since I've had my second baby, I don't have plans to have any anymore because my body can't take it, my brain can't take it. I am happy with the two I have. I don't feel like I need any more. Are you telling me whether I have another one or not is not in my control, and no matter how many precautions I take, it's not going to be enough? If
No, I'm thinking you that this thought came into your brain
Mhm.
because you're also a product of your ancestry system. So at some point in your life, ancestry system totally agree, Nikki, enough, you great job, done.
Mhm.
And this feeling comes to you, oh, I feel like there is no need right now. There is something else to do. I'm moving to next stage of my life, focusing on different things. I'm just
Mhm.
saying there is some beautiful balance how our consciousness connected to our subconsciousness and to
Mhm.
subconsciousness of the whole system. We all play together. So we should not just pretend that we are God, that we are total
No.
control, 100% free
Mhm.
will. No, yes,
Mhm.
a lot of control is in your hands. Um, so, for example, like you said, probably you agree with your ancestry. No need, enough already. I'm saying when people trying to force something obviously against the flow. For
Mhm.
example, people trying to have a child and it's obviously not going to happen for some reason. So instead of
Mhm.
figuring out this reason, what is
Mhm.
there inside of me? What is my fear? What is my block? What is the situation in my family? They're trying to do it magically. They're forcing
Mhm.
this baby to come into this life, into the system, no matter what, because I want it, right? So
Mhm.
that is a problem, right?
Mhm.
But by that logic, if if it's not supposed to happen, then no matter how much you force, it will not happen, right? If what you're saying is true, that it depends on ancestry, etc., etc. So there's you can't
No,
force, right? No
at some
matter what medical intervention you do, it will
at
not
some
happen
point,
then.
at some point, ancestors saying, "Well, you really want it, here you go." And comes a baby. And usually not how like she planned it. Oh my God, baby, second baby is going to come, going to solve all my problems, all my and in all my experience, all my clients who force that through, they got into some kind of disappointment. Oh, really? So now you have to learn bigger lessons. We try to protect you from that. Now you got to learn something more than you thought you're going to experience. You think you're ready? Here you go. Because child is not like why we want children so much. We expect something fantastic, right? But reality is different. We become different people. We transform. We learn a lot. So ancestry system thought you're not ready. You really insist, here you go. Your wish is my command, right? Life is doing the same thing to us. You really push into that direction. You should not go there, but challenge will be even bigger.
Hmm.
I'm trying very much not to say anything that will upset a lot of parents who are pushing like that. I'm just saying, let's just carefully not to try not to play God so much in our lives.
No, I get that. Not playing God because ultimately it's not in our hands. We don't know how the insides of our body work. We just do our bit and then we just have to wait to see the results, right? So that
Yes.
bit I understand. Playing God is something different. But what I was saying was that in the two pregnancies I had them because I wanted to and my body cooperated. It wasn't that I didn't try and it happened. Both pregnancies happened when I wanted them and because I wanted them. So when I say that, having coming back to the context of the reel, is that I wanted to be a parent both times. Now whether it took 3 months or it took 3 years for that pregnancy to happen, what I meant was that being a parent was a choice. It was not forced upon me. It was not an accident when I was not ready, in my case personally. So
Mhm.
for me, in my specific case, I can't hold it over my child's head because I wanted it. In other
Right.
cases where the parents had little or no control, that's a different matter. But for parents who consciously choose that they want to be parents to 3, 4, 6, 10 children, it is their choice, and then it is their duty towards the children to nurture and nourish them, is what I was trying to say. But it was great to get this additional insight into how little control we might have. We think we have control, but I don't know. Now I might have to delve into this discussion separately to understand. And Prithvi,
I don't
I
think
was
I'm ready for this
extremely
discussion. It sounds so scary, right? Like I have no
है ना?
control over it.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I'm I'm a little scared of this point of view.
Which is why I asked, are you saying that there is a possibility of a third? Because I'm absolutely not ready at this stage. I can't. So if it's
Wonderful. Wonderful.
yeah.
Beautiful. I think it just goes back to some people who will be listening to you and saying, Nikki, you are very lucky. You want it, you put some
Yeah.
control over it, and you got it. And Nikki, I want it, and I'm trying for last 10 years when I didn't get it.
I am very aware of the fact that it doesn't happen this way for everybody. That I was extremely lucky that when I wanted it and it happened, and it didn't take a lot of emotional or physical toll on me. And I know that is not everyone's story, but in the context of what we were discussing, I that's how I wanted to put it, that both pregnancies were very, very conscious choices. Neither was an accident, or I had no other choice, it happened, so now I'm dealing with it, kind of a thing. So that's the reason I brought it up.
Nikita, but for me it was like the opposite. I mean, I was
Really?
married at 21. I mean,
Okay.
I was like married so early, arranged marriage it was. So
Mm-hmm.
literally, I didn't know what was actually happening to me. To be honest, I didn't know. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not a forced kind of marriage, but it was an arranged marriage. So
Mm-hmm.
when I was pregnant with my first baby, I was like a little kid inside me, at least. I was still like feeling like a school girl, college girl. So when my kid was born, when I delivered a child there, and right after 3 months, when I had to hold her from my Amma's home, when I came to our home, it was like, oh, I am responsible for this little soul. I'm myself a little kid inside me. I don't know what am I supposed to do to myself. What am I going to do with this little kid? So I was like not stable with my own emotions, and I was like trying to process this kid's emotion as well, especially when the kid was like 1.5 2 years of age, that toddler stage. It was really hard for me. I didn't know what I was going through. I didn't also know what she is feeling, right? I would say,
Mm-hmm.
who's going to take care of you? Only it's me, and your dad is not taking care of you. I would complain to the child literally every single time, and this is the I mean, my child would say to me, Amma, it's okay. I will take care of myself. You don't have to take care of me. Still,
Oh.
that hurts me so much. But I'm really happy that I have moved from that space. I'm trying to see what is actually happening to her. But yes,
Mm.
I'm really trying to realize all these things, and you know me being in this stage with all of the informations in my head, I can understand what my mom has to go through, not understanding herself, not being able to be emotionally available for me. And I would say it all happened for a reason, like Kate said, because you know we had to learn our own lessons, like our soul choice and all of that. We had to learn our own lessons in our own way. And yeah, everything had to happen in that way. I would say, like what Nikita said, it was a conscious choice for her. But for me, it wasn't. It had to happen for me. And somehow I went with it, and that was happening there.
I think ultimately what we can say, everything is all right.
True, true.
Our children selected. They wanted conscious parent. They selected Nikita. They wanted unexperienced mom, confused mom. They want
That is an interesting perspective. Yeah,
That's a nice thought.
yeah. That I agree with. Absolutely, no doubt.
for different
Okay.
reasons. They wanted different start of life, and they selected the. They see the true us, what we may not see. Sometimes we don't see exactly who we are, but our children will show it very nicely. Like exactly, mom, this is you, and this is all right. I want this kind of mom.
Interesting.
Moms might deny it, like in this video, in this reel.
And that brings us to the end of episode 10. This discussion did go on for a bit longer because, like I said before, we watched another reel, and I'm going to save that for a future episode. In the next episode, we are discussing a movie, our first Disney movie. Now, I could give you details, but would you like to guess what Disney movie would bring out loads of parenting discussions? I guess most of them, but if I had to give you a hint, it's a more recent one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do let us know your thoughts in comments. If you related to something, if you agreed with something, maybe even if you disagreed with something. And if you really, really like this episode and you think you know someone who could benefit from listening to this or would just enjoy listening to us, do share this episode with them, no matter what platform you are on. And like I said before, a like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube, or a follow or a rating on Spotify, Apple, or any other audio platform really helps us a lot. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.